Hello, Kurt Jackson, retirement income strategist with KJ Financial in Liberty, Missouri here. Today we're going to talk about something that I hit on a lot in our information, and it's a financial strategy called indexing. Okay, so that's what today's video is about. It's a little longer. In fact, we're going to use it as part of our free video system for people to come and check out to learn more about indexing. So if you followed me at all, you know that I despise losing money. I especially despise losing my clients' money. In fact, I've built my entire practice on the fact that I never want my clients to lose a penny because of the advice that we've given. Okay. I think it's unnecessary to lose money, and I think it's devastating to your retirement. See, one of the many things Wall Street does a great job of hiding from you is just how powerful losing money is to you in your retirement and how much it can destroy your retirement plan. In the aftermath of the huge market losses that we saw in 2000 to 2002, and then again from 2007 to 2009, people have finally begun to look at their retirement accounts differently and are more interested in finding ways to protect their money from losses. Intelligent investors realize that while banks can protect their principal, the low rates and annual taxation basically mean that you're losing buying power every year. So essentially, when you put your money in the bank, thanks to inflation, low interest rates, and taxes, you are going broke slowly with certainty. Okay, so even the banks aren't a safe place for your money. Now, with this search for safety, people have also realized that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have unlimited potential gains while protecting your principal from loss when the market is down. What smart investors have found out is a strategy called indexing can help get the most best out of both worlds. Okay. We're not talking about investing in a mutual fund index here. What we're talking about is a financial strategy mixed in with different financial products. Now, for today's topic, we're just going to go and explain the indexing strategy. We're not going to get into the financial vehicles. Particularly, if you want to know more about the actual financial vehicles are, just give us a call and set up a time for us to get together, and we'll be happy to go over those and find out if any of those would fit into what you want to do. Okay. Now, this strategy does not put your money at risk in the market. Your money's linked to an index, let's say such as a S&P 500, but it's not in it. Okay, it does not get the benefits of any dividends that are paid by stocks in the index. Now, since the money's not in the market, it means it's in a position where we can put it that it's not going to lose money when the market is down. It has a floor, if you will. Many companies even offer a minimum guarantee. And that guarantee really would come into effect as if the market was down for many years in a row. Okay, you would still have some growth. Granted, it wouldn't be a lot, but if you think about it, if you had your money in the market and it was down for many years, what would happen with that money? It'd be losing constantly, right? So now, the way that you gain money is when the market moves up. Now, the gains aren't credited daily, so you don't have to watch your statement every day. See, they're typically done annually. All right, or in longer yearly periods. It might be 2 years. I've seen them out as long as a 5-year, and I've also recently, I think it was an 18-month period. Okay, so it's not that. So if the index goes up from where you started at the beginning of your period to where you ended the period, you get that gain up to a cap. Okay, all right. Now, since we already know that we can't have our cake and eat it too, there's some type of restraint. Right? And I just touched on it. There's some type of restraint on how much we can gain. For most of these strategies, it's in the form of an annual cap. But there are some other more complex strategies I'm not going to get into here. Like I said, if you want to know more about these, I'm happy to sit down with you. This is really just kind of an overall view of why indexing might fit into what you like to do, what would want to do. Okay. These caps can change on your contract anniversary date, and they're tied to the interest rate environment. So as interest rates rise, typically the caps will rise too. But also as interest rates go down, caps will go down. So we're in a low interest rate environment right now. So the caps on them are low, so they're not sexy right now. Okay. So hypothetical example, and remember, none of this is designed to give you legal advice, financial advice, or tax advice. Always consult the proper professionals for that. And all of our examples are hypothetical, okay? So a hypothetical example, let's say our cap is 6%, and let's assume the S&P 500 was up 10%. All right, for the crediting period from the annual point. It's called an annual point to point. That means your cap was 6, the market was up 10, you'd be credited with 6%. If the S&P 500 had been up, let's say 4%, then your account would have been up 4%. If the S&P 500 had been down 10%, you would be at 0. You'd at the floor. Okay, it was 0. Where now 0 is your hero. Now, the next big thing about indexing is what we call annual reset. And this is huge, right? Each year, or when our defined period is up, right, any money that you've put in and any money that has been gained is locked in and protected from losses. Okay? Make sure you get that. Make sure you understand that. Any money you put in, and once those gains are credited to your account, all that money is locked in and protected from losses. Isn't that a big deal? And it doesn't stop there. The annual reset also means that your account is reset to where the index ends up at the end of your crediting period. So if the S&P 500 were to move up from that level, you would begin to gain again. You don't have to wait for the S&P 500 after a loss. You don't have to wait for the S&P 500 to get back up to where you were to start gaining again. Okay. I hope that makes sense, because that's what it'd be like if you were in the market. All right. So hypothetically, let's say we started the year with the S&P 500 at 1,000. All right. And that year it dropped 10%, so it went down to 900. Your account was credited with 0 because of the floor, because the S&P 500 was down, right? Now our second year, thanks to the annual reset, okay, we begin at 900, right? With the S&P 500, we begin where it's at. So hypothetically, if the S&P 500 went up 10% to 990, went up 90 points to 990, and our cap was that 6%, we would be credited 6% on all the money that we had in there at the end of the last period, plus any money we put in during this period. And all that money, what we put in and the new gains, would be locked in and protected from losses going forward. All right. Can you see why people might have some of their retirement money in something like this? Well, it's not designed to necessarily keep up with the market. When the market is as volatile as it has been the past more than 14 years, it might just do a lot better than you thought a safe money alternative would do. Now, would it keep up with a bull market like we saw from 82 to 99 when the market was up more than 1,000%? No, heck no, it's not going to do that. Okay, it's not designed to do that. But I'll say this, if you think that's what the market's going to do the next several years, I'm not sure why you're here looking at safe money options. All right, shouldn't you just double down, let your money ride in the Wall Street casino if that's what you think is going to happen? I realize this is a brief description of indexing, and there are more details that you're going to need to know before you would make and even consider to have this as part of your retirement strategy. But at least you know about it, so you're able to explore the pros and cons. Okay, and of course, we'd be happy to help you better understand it, and if you'd like, we could even see if it would fit into what you're doing for your retirement. Now, keep in mind, if you talk with your current advisor, they're likely to probably not know much about it or be against this strategy, because otherwise, wouldn't they have talked to you about it? Okay. I wonder why your current advisor hasn't talked to you about it. Do you think if you had your money somewhere that kept it safe from loss and was automatically positioned to grab gains when they occurred, that you might not need to pay annual fees to have someone manage your money? I wonder if that has anything to do with the reason why they haven't discussed it with you. I wonder if that has any reason to know why a lot of advisors, companies that they work for, won't let them talk about these things. That's true, believe it or not. So before you just dismiss this strategy as something that couldn't help you, please make sure you talk to someone that fully understands it and can fully explain it to you. All right. From my vantage point, it's a great way to help people protect what they have while still having ample opportunities to build even significant wealth, and then turn that significant wealth into a retirement income stream that will likely greatly exceed any income stream that your current advisor could create. It's pretty powerful, don't you think? Okay. And I know when I say that, them sounds like fighting words, don't you think? Well, let us prove to you why our retirement income planning strategies are producing incomes that are up to 64% or more higher than most traditional plans. Make us put our money where our mouths are. All right. Well, hopefully you've gained some new insight today and you're willing to explore some new and exciting plans and strategies. that can help you have the retirement of your dreams. Now, just if you'd like to take a look at these, know more about them, maybe even see how they fit into what you're doing, or they could maybe change what you're doing for retirement, well, then just call us or email us now, okay? And I say now, and I know that sounds, oh, Kurt, you're just trying to sell me. That's salesy. I understand it's salesy. Here's the reason why I say you need to do it now. The sooner you see these things, the sooner you, if you like them, the sooner you're able to implement them, the more they can do for you. We don't know when the market's going to crash, right? It could start tomorrow, right? Wouldn't it be nice to be in a position where if that happened, your money was safe and that you're ready, you're positioned that when it hits that bottom and starts to come back up, okay, that you're ready to go, right? That you are, that you're automatically positioned to start grabbing those gains. Wouldn't that be an exciting position to be in with that retirement money that you're counting on to pay you a paycheck for the rest of your life, right? So if you're serious about maybe learning about this, then just check in with us, give us a call, email us. No cost, no obligation uh, meeting with you. If you like what we propose and you want us to help you with it, we're happy to help you with that. We don't take fees annually, any of that. In fact, what happens is the financial vehicles that we use, if you like those, let's say we put a plan together for you and you liked what we showed you, the financial vehicles that we use to implement those plans, those companies pay us, okay? And we'll line all of that out and show you exactly how that works. We've also tried to, for the most part, on almost not all because you can't always do it, but a good portion of our financial vehicles are structured to minimize the impact on your money that the fees that they're paying us would have on you. And especially when you compare it to how your fees would be structured if you were working with a traditional advisor. We think that this is a much more efficient way of doing things. We're all about efficiency. We look at tax efficiency. We look at fee efficiency, trying to minimize those. You can't eliminate fees. They're always going to be there, some type of drag or some type of fee, but you can certainly work on minimizing them. And then we also try to maximize your income. I think you'll find the things that we do will go along with what you want. Because when I designed my practice, I thought these are the things that I would want in retirement, and I'm not getting them from traditional guys. So I found these alternatives that are actually giving me what I want. And I think that we're probably not that different. If we are, that's fine. Doesn't mean, it's not like once I start talking to you that I put you in a headlock and make you work with me. I only want to work with people that want to work with us. So I appreciate you taking the time. I know this was a little lengthy on learning about indexing today. I hope that it taught you some. I wish I could teach you more via video, but I really can't. It's too hard to do. It needs to kind of be an interactive thing. So please take advantage of our no cost, no obligation meeting with you, and we'll sit down and we'll discuss all the merits, pros and cons of indexing. But thanks for taking some time today to watch this. I hope you have a great day and an even better tomorrow.